Hi fellow dreamers, in this video we're going to explore 2 of your dream questions. Thanks for joining everybody. My name is Carolina. As you know, I focus on doing children's books like these right here that promote love, unity, and peace, and I also help my followers interpret their dreams. We do this because when we listen to our dreams, we're connecting to our subconscious, and when we share them, we connect with one another on a more profound level. So let's start with our first dreamer. This dreamer is saying that they had a dream that they were in love with a stranger, okay? And I know many of you have had a similar dream, so that's why we chose this one, so that way we can explore and learn together. So this dreamer says that they woke up and they remember the most beautiful dream. They had an amazing experience with this stranger. They were so in love with this person, and they actually woke up missing them. They're like, why am I in this world without this person? And they're finding themselves remembering this person as they're awake, just missing them so much in waking state. So let's explore this, guys. But before we give, kind of a meaning to this dream, let's take a moment to remember what dream state can show us, okay? Because it's important, especially with this kind of dream, okay? So let's explore this. Remember, dream state can show us things in the past, okay? Those past lives, past experiences. And I mention this in particular in this situation because if you're having a dream of someone that you connect with so profoundly, but you're like, I don't know them in waking state, why are they in my dream? It could be a past life, okay? If you're open to receiving that information, then it can be presented to you here, okay? So it could very well be a past life. But now let's bring it to the present, okay? If we're thinking of it, if you feel that this is more of a present dream, you're like, no, this was me like now. This was me in this current state, in this current body, etc. Okay, if it's a present dream and you're dreaming of that stranger that you love so deeply, etc., it's letting us know that something could be going on in this present time right now. There's something that we need to learn from this experience and dream state that we are going to need to apply in the very near future, okay, like right now. So maybe someone in waking state is reminding you of what a relationship could be like with this person. Maybe someone in waking state is kind of pinging this for you and you're having this particular dream, okay? But let's keep exploring because there's much to explore. Okay, let's move on to the future. As you know, people can have dreams of something that is about to happen, something that is going to happen, okay? So you can have a future dream. If this feels like this is someone that is going to come into your life soon, then accept it as it is, okay? Oftentimes you know exactly what the dream means, but you start to doubt yourself, you start to doubt your feelings. So if you feel that this is something of the future, accept it and be thankful and be prepared to receive this person into your life. Okay, now lastly, remember, dream state can show you various dimensions. So it is very possible that you're peeking into a dimension, and in that dimension you do have a particular lover, and he's a stranger to you in this body now, but in that dimension, perfectly normal, right? It makes perfect sense when you're in the dream, of course. So now that we've kind of gone over it, let's take a step back and let's explore this dream just very generally so it can help a lot of people. I know a lot of you have been having similar dreams. So, okay, let's take a moment and just interpret this if we are just kind of doing it generally. So when we have a dream that we're in love with a stranger, it's important that we reflect it outward to waking state. And it's very important to determine, okay, do I have a relationship right now? And if so, how am I operating with that, okay? How does this relationship differ and compare to the one I had in dream state, okay? And the reason we want to do this is because dream state is showing you something amazing, something so loving, something so incredible. So number one, it's letting you know this is possible. It's possible to have a relationship as amazing and as beautiful as this in waking state, okay? It's totally possible. So do you feel that you have that now with your current partner? If so, fantastic. It's a way of celebrating that, right? But if you feel that there are certain things that are lacking, which most of the time there are, and that's why these dreams come about often, it can be just a moment of reflection, right? What is going on within this relationship that I want to change? What are those things that I want to grow? What are those things I actually need, but maybe I'm not saying, okay? This is an opportunity to really look at your relationship and see what needs to change, if anything. Most of the time, these dreams come into our life to give us a loving alert to look at that relationship, right? And for example, if you don't have a relationship, then it's letting you know that this love is possible. Sometimes we begin to doubt, right? We begin to doubt that a relationship this beautiful can exist, or a connection this profound can exist. Well, dream state is letting you know it is possible, right? It's possible. We felt it. It was here. So be prepared to be able to experience this in this present day. But in order for you to experience this, maybe it means doing some changes, right? Maybe it means changing a little bit internally. And let's explore this further because, for example, take a moment to look at dream state, not just how great that person was, but how great were you, okay? How were you acting in that relationship? How were you acting maybe differently than you do in relationships in waking state? These dreams can be very loving alerts, not just to determine, okay, I need X, Y, and Z in my relationship from these people externally of me, but also it's an opportunity to reflect inward. This is how I'm most happiest. I'm most happiest when I can do this in a relationship. I'm most happiest when I can speak about this, when we can go here, etc. Right? You express yourself so transparently in dream state. So it's an opportunity to learn from yourself. What were you doing differently in this dream, in this relationship that maybe you're not doing in waking state? It's time to bring all of these things that we're learning, all of these wonderful things, and apply them in waking state, all right? That's what this dream is here for, It's here to give us that loving alert of what is possible and gives us an opportunity to reflect on the current relationship we have now. So if you're having a dream with a stranger, be thankful for the dream, okay? Be thankful because it's an opportunity to learn. And of course, you're going to miss this person because they were so perfect and so amazing in dream state. But remember, this is possible to have again. We know this because we felt it before, all right? I hope this helps. But remember, just like with any other dream, the more information you provide, the more details, etc., the further that we can interpret it and the further that we can guide you. And also remember that I offer consultations online, okay? So let's move on to our last dreamer for today. Okay, this is a very interesting, guys. This dreamer says that she's had an experience that has been messing with her for years. She's like, it's been about 5 years now since I had this experience, and she's like, I haven't been able to understand what it means. So let's explore this with her, because this is actually not fully a dream. It's more of astral travel. Okay, so this particular dreamer says that she saw herself, okay, she went to sleep. She was sleeping with her kid on this side and one of her other children on this side. And she said that as she was falling asleep, she felt herself leave her body. She said, you know, what's the weirdest thing? She's like, because I felt like I was leaving my body, but the body was still behind. So her energy floated above, and she saw herself and she saw her 2 children, and she just remembers thinking, I am not my body. So it was very strange for her, but she stayed within that state, okay? And then she says that the next thing she knew, she was up in the universe surrounded by stars. And as she was surrounded by stars, there were 3 men that came up to her. One, she said, had a white beard, and he looked pretty chill from what she said. And she said that she didn't know who the other 2 were, but they were talking amongst themselves, and they were like, I wonder if she's ready. Do you think she's ready? And she was just standing there, just admiring the universe. And they asked her, are you ready? And she said, I'm ready, okay? And then they took her and kind of explored the universe. And she said that now when she's awake, she doesn't know what it means, but she said that when she was asleep, that she felt the significance and she felt that she understood everything, okay? So there was a moment of clarity within this experience. Okay, then she says that she traveled back and she saw her body again with her 2 children. And then she said, you know, I thought I was ready, but my children still need me. They actually still need me. And she went back into her body and she woke up, okay? And she says she doesn't understand this situation. She doesn't understand the dream. So guys, remember, when we're talking about dreams, these these experiences can seem very out of this world, can seem very strange even at times. But remember that when we're dreaming, it can be very similar to when we're doing what's called astral projection, okay? And that is basically when you are going to sleep, but then your mind is conscious, your mind is aware, okay? And then oftentimes you feel that your energy, whether you believe your energy is spirit, whether you believe it's light, love, etc., but that energy within kind of just leaves, right? It just kind of leaves the body for a moment. And this is actually something that's very normal that a lot of people do, but we just don't remember the actual process of leaving the body, okay? So in this situation, she just kind of, she leaves the body and she's watching herself up from above, okay? So whenever this happens, it oftentimes can even wake us up because it's kind of fearful at first, right? You're kind of like, what's going on? My body is down there. But she kept her cool and she was still floating up above, okay? One of the messages that she's receiving there is, number one, you know, we are not our bodies, okay? But this experience is more of an astral projection. But the thing is too, is that what's so amazing about dream world and about just astral projecting or the astral travel, it's all within the same realm, right? You're still able to explore everything. You're able to explore things in the past, things in the present, and then things in the future. And of course, there's various dimensions above and below. So dream state and astral projection are going to show you everything, okay? As long as you're open to it and as long as you're willing to be aware of what is going on, that's when you can actually start learning more, whenever you're aware of what's going on, so you can choose where to go, okay? But number one, we know that you've learned something from this, and that is that you are not your body, right? You are still energy. Number two, one of the other things that you can learn from this experience is that you are completely limitless, right? You decided to go up to the universe and you explored, you were amongst the stars. So it's letting us know you're completely limitless. Let's explore this in waking state, because you know what? These experiences often come when we're feeling kind of low, when we're feeling like, oh gee, I don't really know what to do. I feel like I'm not needed anymore. I feel like there's nothing left for me here, okay? And oftentimes we can feel this way, but these instances, these situations happen oftentimes to wake us up and to remind us, hey, you are not your body, okay? You are not your body, you are energy. And then number two, you are limitless. You can travel, you can do anything it is that you want. And then another thing that you can learn from this experience is that you've got guides, okay? Those three gentlemen that you saw up there, you said you don't know who they are or anything. Well, they're clearly some kind of guides, right? They're clearly some kind of helpers for you. So know that there is guidance and there is help for you out there. They're literally there waiting for you, and they're asking you, hey, are you ready? So know that you've got like a little loving support system right there, okay? But then the most important thing that I see with this, that, you know, sometimes it's hard to see when we're in the experience, but something that I see when you explain this to me is that when you went down to see your body, you looked at your children again and you said, they still need me. Like, I have more to do, and you went back into your body. Okay, that's the biggest message of them all. So if you are feeling like there's nothing left for you to do here, you've kind of done everything you can, and maybe you're feeling a little bit low, remember that message. Remember that message from yourself saying, I still have something to do here. They still need me. Okay, that's the biggest message of them all. And guys, remember that whenever you're having a dream, or whether it's, you know, an astral projection for you, whatever it is, but you're still able to explore limitless things, okay? You're still able to get answers to your questions. You're still able to get guidance. One of the most important things about both of these experiences, though, is that you can be aware and be lucid at times, okay? When you're lucid and when you're conscious of what is going on, that's when you can start deciding what I need to learn, what are those questions I need to ask, where do I need to go, okay? That's when you can start exploring all of that in a more meaningful way. So a lot of you actually have been having experiences like this, but sometimes you just don't remember. So the more that you practice being conscious in dream state, remember, you're going to be more aware of what is going on. But again, that will reflect in waking state. And if you're having trouble having lucid dreams or understanding what they mean to you, or anything like that, remember, you can always practice being more conscious in waking state. And again, that will reflect to dream state. So guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. We're actually going to do another video just on astral projection, because I know that's something that we haven't discussed too much. We usually focus on just the portion of the dream and on what it means for you. So let's explore that piece in another video so we can learn together. All right, guys, but I send you a huge hug. I send you love, unity, and peace. Oh, and last thing, if you want to see us live, we're live every Wednesday on TikTok at 6 p.m. Eastern. All right, I hope to see you soon. Bye, everybody.